I think you heard Laura say it in her post-game interview, but the message all week was basically back to basics. I think we had been working on some things, but we had kind of lost track of what made us really successful last year. And so it was good that we were working on that. I think we needed to refocus. And just getting our line right, keeping them in front of us, and not giving up the space in behind, which obviously we had done in the last few games. So that was our focus, and I think it made it easier. Instead of thinking about 100 different things, we just had, a couple simple things to keep in mind, and I think it showed in the game. I think the back line did really well in terms of keeping our line right and keeping them in front of us. Look, I think it was really important for us, and obviously they were coming in, they were kind of the hot team. They had had two really good results. They're a very good team. So it was important in terms of knowing that they had kind of had some momentum, so that was going to be a challenge. But then also getting back home, and we want Memorial to be somewhere that people come in fear playing in there because of our fans and it being our home ground. And then, understanding that we needed to get back on track. Those are two of the toughest road games that we'll have, but you never want to start the season with two losses. So it was important for us to get back on track in that regard. And then also knowing that we've got to go to New Jersey and play away, which is always a tough one as well. So there was a lot of things kind of building up to that game, and I think as a group, it was important for us just as a group to kind of come out and make a statement on top of all that. Oh, I think it's just there's a comfort level there. I think we kind of picked up on each other's tendencies last year, but it's so nice to come back in and already have that kind of established. Now, obviously, we've got to be a little bit more consistent. I think as a unit, because we were the same intact defenses, I think the last few games we've been a little disappointed in our performance. And so it's just as a group kind of getting back together and saying, okay, back to basics, what made us good last year, and focusing on that. But I love playing with those girls. It's one of the most fun back lines I've ever played with, so I feel honored to be back there with them. Yeah, I think for us it's been a little bit of a rest and recuperation. We had obviously a long road trip, but obviously also a lot of training. We hadn't had very many days off, so I think Laura did a good job of getting us recuperated in that sense and taking some time away, because I think that's just as important at this level as anything else. So we've done that, and now it's back to business, back to work, being refreshed. You kind of step in with a fresh mind. We play well at home, but now can we do that on the road, because we've yet to do that this season. So that's something that we need to kind of prove to ourselves as a unit and as a group. And again, it's just a continual evolution. We always want to try to improve on what we're doing. We always want to try to get better. We always want to try to be the best team that we can be. The idea being that we peak, in August and September. So it's just that continual evolution, continue chugging along. What can we learn from last week? How can we improve and go from there?